Alright, what's up gamers? Welcome back to Game Champ, your number one spot for everything esports, and get some tips, videos as well to help you get along on your way on your journey to getting into the esports industry, whether that be as a player or otherwise. Today we'll be talking about some tips to help you aim a little bit better in Valorant, since that is the hot topic in gaming right now, especially esports. All these pros are trying to get in, trying to figure it out, trying to, get on their game and start doing some tournaments and figuring out all the best things to do in the game and how to win. So, for somebody who's just starting out in this game, and if you're unfamiliar with Counter-Strike, this is probably a really foreign game to you, and it's probably really hard. So I'm making this video start at the basics for those who are like me and are just learning this game. I mean, I played a little Counter-Strike, but never really got too in depth into the mechanics and how to really make the most out of my aim and other things. So we'll just get into it. Alright, so like I said in my last video, the practice arena is a great place to go in order to practice your aim and all this other things. So we'll start the tip with spray control. There's not too much to really talk about spray control, because if you watched my last video, I kind of touched on it a little bit, but as you can see, like, all these different guns have different recoils. That one, kind of T-shape. Guardian. I don't even know what to call that shape, but yeah, you get the picture. Everything has its own spray. Kind of try to control that spray as best as you can. Learn the guns that you like, even the ones you don't like, because sometimes you won't be able to afford the guns that you do like. So spray pattern as the first tip. It's kind of going to be your best tip for anybody who's trying to show you how to play a game like this or Counter-Strike. And then the next one is more of a in-game tip, which is be patient. So being patient in this game is going to be really big, I feel like, from my experience so far in this game. And a lot of clips you'll see is a lot of people talking about trigger control as well. So say you're tucked in a corner like this, right? So that when they talk about trigger control, it's when you're not just popping the first person that comes through this doorway. So if you see one person come through, and if that person does not see you, you wait like maybe 5 seconds before you kill him to see if his friends will come through. Because odds are, if one person comes through and they don't see you hiding in this corner, then other people behind, if you don't shoot him, will assume that it's safe at least to come through this doorway. So you'll see a lot of people getting doubles, triples, even quadruple kills just by using this simple patience mechanic, which is trigger control. And they just let them go by. One person goes through, they see a second one, and then they can line up, and then nobody comes up after the second one. Safe to kill those two people and then swing out and kind of reposition, because odds are in this game people have communications going on in their teams, and they're going to call out that you're in that corner. And I see a lot of people so far since I've been playing, they like to run and gun, they take corners real aggressive, and that's fine if you're on attack. But I see a lot of people playing really aggressive on defense, which works a lot of the times, but when you're on defense, remember that you do not have to be aggressive. The other players have to come to you. So if you can shoot, if you know that, say like you're on a map and this is a really common place for people to walk through that are on attack, finding a good angle, or like an angle that they won't expect, and just wait until they come through so you have that advantage, is huge. Like, I see people, like, they get impatient. They know people come through here, so they're gonna be like playing over here, and then they'll peek like this walkway, and somebody on the attacking team will be waiting right here because they're waiting for someone on the defense to get aggressive, and they want to have that advantage of having that angle already on lockdown. So if you're on defense, try to practice a little bit of patience, like, even on offense it works. If you find that they're being really aggressive, constantly pushing choke points and just trying to like get kills, I guess, just wait a couple seconds, let them get impatient. And you'll see that you'll be picking up a ton more kills because you'll be having the angles. Because as you probably already know in this game, if you're moving and they try to shoot you, it's gonna be like going wild, and you'll have that angle already on lock as soon as you see them accurate. So patience, I feel like, is huge, and it's gonna be a big tip because if you already know spray control and you know, and even if you don't know spray control, if you're holding an angle, you don't have to worry about your spray. Because your bullets are going to be pretty accurate if you're not moving around too much. And then there's not too much to go over the first two, but this last one is a bigger tip that I feel like a lot of new players are unaware of, but a lot of veteran CSGO players probably are already well aware, and this last tip would be counter strafing. Now, when you're running and stuff like I just showed, it's going to be crazy inaccurate. But if you counter strafing is just the fact of resetting your momentum by immediately hitting the opposite direction to stop your movement. Now in CSGO, it was a lot more strict where you had to counter strafe in order to hit accurately. But with Valorant, you can swing, and as long as you let go of your movement, you will be accurate. So when you're moving, if you see somebody, try to get a quick pick, then move. Stop moving. Keep moving. Stop moving. And just kind of like practice that kind of movement where so that when you swing corners, especially on attack, you can swing wide and just tap. That's a headshot. That's a kill. That's a kill. So that's how you can get some really good plays where if you stop your momentum, or even practicing counter strafing will help you a lot in other games. So even if you just, instead of letting go, you hit on the opposite direction right away, right before you shoot, so that if the bullets go straight. Counter strafing is something that was pretty hard in Counter-Strike to master. It was a pretty high level of gameplay mechanic, but with Valorant it seems that as long as you just stop moving, your bullets will fly straight. So there's no like cooldown time for your bloom as you're moving. As long as you stop moving, you should be fine. But practicing counter strafing will probably help you in general. Just hitting the opposite direction. So practice doing stuff like that, like when you go to the practice range, just walk, stop, walk, stop, walk, stop, walk, stop, walk, stop, walk, stop, walk, stop. And then you'll get used to making that a habit and muscle memory for when you're swinging in a corner, and as soon as you see somebody, you can stop as soon as you're about to shoot. And it'll help improve your aim and your gameplay in general. Now, these 3 tips, I feel like by themselves are more than enough to help you see a increase in your skill level, your gameplay, and your overall performance when playing. And this is obviously meant for more newer players, right? I guess we'll call this a beginner's tip guide to aiming in Valorant, because spray control is obviously one of the basics to get down first, as well as understanding that this game isn't Call of Duty. You can't just run and start shooting at somebody. So it has a lot to do with angles and patience and kind of outplaying your opponents. So like if people usually hide in that corner and that corner, but no one usually sits on a box like this. If you just sit here, wait for them to come through, they check that corner, they check that corner, they think it's safe, then you get the drop on somebody. That's one of the fun things about this game that I've really enjoyed, and I feel like a lot of other people are really enjoying. So with that being said, I feel like those are some really good tips. And I guess I left you guys with a bonus tip at the end of the last video, so let's leave you guys with the bonus tip at the end of this video. So what people are discovering in this game so far is the wider you hold an angle, the more likely it is you will see your opponent before they see you. So if someone's sitting really tight on this angle, say they're sitting somewhere like right here, like waiting for somebody to come around. If you wide peek, see like right here, I see him before he sees me because I can see his arm. And if I wanted to, I can quickly swing out because I already got the information that he's there and get that fight right away. But if I was holding a tighter corner, like right here, if I'm like trying to peek it, I don't see him until he can see me pretty much. So a lot of the times when you're figuring out an angle to hold on defense, or if you're on attacking, a lot of strategy I've been practicing a lot in ranked is when I'm coming towards an angle, I see this angle here, I don't walk up to it and then peek it. I try to get as wide as possible on this angle and then just slowly like peek it as much as I can so I can try to get that advantage of seeing like an elbow or a leg poking out before they can get any information from where I'm at. So that's going to be really, I feel like that's a really good tip for you guys, especially if you don't know that yet. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if this was helpful to you, if you want more tips like this. I'm learning just as you guys are learning, and I'm just choosing to share what I learn as I go. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like the video if it helped you, or if you weren't aware of anything I've talked about in this video. Subscribe for more videos that I'll be releasing. I'm trying to film and get posted videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to try to stick to a schedule with that. And like I said in the last video, if you guys know anybody that's trying to go pro in Valorant or is involved in Valorant, whatever, with tournaments and stuff, they'd be open to having an interview, just leave that in the comments below. Shoot me a message. I have links to my Twitch, my Twitter, and just leave me a message somewhere. Let me know. I'll contact them or have them contact me. We can have some interviews to help spread some information on how people can start getting a little bit more involved in esports, because that's mainly the priority of this channel. And what I want to do is help other people understand this new industry and how they can get involved. So yeah, if you guys know anybody that fits that description or those qualifications, let me know in the comments below as well. And that about does it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. And like always, gamers, keep on gaming. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.